the Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern University conducted this study that indicates that there is a direct correlation between power and hypocrisy. The more powerful you are, the more likely you are to be a hypocrite.
It's fascinating. I mean, what I love is that it's science. They did a study on it.
Yes.
And so, it has to do with your power structure and how you view yourself, et cetera. Just let us know some of the details.
So look, according to the study, the more powerful you are, the more likely you are to judge others. However, you don't practice what you preach. So let's say you're highly powerful and you're preaching about family values. You're more likely to judge those who go against family values and then behind everyone's back do things like have an affair or whatever.
Right. And
have a love child.
And they didn't just take this from the news and extrapolate. Mm-hmm. They did their own series of experiments.
Yes.
Where they put people in positions of high power, lower power, relative to one another, and then made them, do judgments on travel expenses. You know, should you cheat on that, not cheat on that, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And it's funny, when they're in power, they feel entitled to cheat. They feel entitled to, like, hey, what do you mean? I mean, of course I get to break the rules. And but also interesting is that when they're in a less powerful position, they feel like, oh, I can't do that. I better make sure I'm, doing things right. So the less powerful cheat less and get judged more for it. I mean, human nature is a fascinating thing. And I love that they did this study. And, I mean, you see it play out in the real world all the time. That's why somebody like Mark Sanford, who ran his campaign for governor on they spend too much money in the government, then turns around and takes first-class airplane tickets all over the world to meet his mistress when he campaigned on family values, because he thinks, well, I'm above the law, I'm powerful. And then, so don't believe the hype, man. It is, the powerful are by their nature, unfortunately, a lot of times hypocritical. Not all times, but a lot of times.
And I also think it's a mix of human nature and the way society has conditioned us. I mean, we see in the media, we see all the time that people who have a great amount of power do things that are unethical or wrong, and they get away with it, right? Like the bankers. They're able to do these risky things and lose all our money, and they don't really face real consequences for it.
The priests that molested the kids for decades on end, mm-hmm. right? And they'd just get transferred. Sometimes they'd get a promotion, right? And so you get conditioned to, hey, I can get away with it, right? And look, when I say it's in their nature, don't get me wrong. It's not that the people who are in power now or ever got that way because it's in their nature. I mean, it's the nature of all human beings to adjust the power, whether it's high power or low power positions, in this way. Because these people in the study, they were not particularly powerful or not powerful in real life. They were just put in those circumstances. And once they were put in those circumstances, they said, all right, well, if I got power, well, then I could break the rules, and I could be more judgmental of you people below me, right? And everybody does it. So that's why you have to watch out for it even more. Now, unfortunately, in our current day environment, the media, instead of holding the powerful more accountable, given these state of affairs and given human nature, unfortunately, they kiss up to them more and enable the exact problem that Anna's talking about. Mm-hmm. And they say, oh, please, please, please come on our show. Yes, Senator, of course, Senator. And then the senator thinks, well, I can do whatever the hell I like. And that explains so much of why they're so brazen at times. And you think, how did they think they were going to get away with that? Because it's in human nature to think that, and as Anna explained, they got rewarded for it over and over, so why wouldn't they think that? So now you know.